What happens when you open in Miami? You don't need 3 phones.
Testing.
That's actually truly really good.
We're looking for offices at the moment. There are no offices. This is actually quite a big component of setting up shop here. I think a lot of people are asking us why we moved into the Dubai market of all markets across the world. I think number one is probably because you know people here, so that's the number one reason. And when we got approached to bring the business across to Dubai, it was a big consideration. How are we going to infiltrate the network here?
Can you start again? Also to record.
That sucks. Real estate number one is it's a big part of what you're going to do is to be able to go and jump into that network, know people. And that's not only from a client base and from a seller base, but it's also from a broker space, from a dealmaker space. And so we know people in Dubai. And when we were approached to bring the business across to Dubai, it was a big consideration. That's the first thing. But then 18 months ago, when we started this process, you were one of the first people I messaged. You got to get your licenses in place.
So we met for the first time and you're just establishing, your intel in terms of the brokerage or the auction.
And in Dubai, that's a very specific process that you have to follow.
And then I think you're just meeting a whole bunch of different brokers in the market.
But then the next thing is what's happening in this market. And the initial idea wasn't actually auction, it was agency.
We met again and you said that you were sending someone from South Africa to come and open up Galetti Dubai.
But when we looked at the market, in that stage, it was something around 200,000 transactions a year.
Then when I messaged you just checking in, you said, no, you need someone with local experience.
This year, record year, 270,000 transactions going through this market.
I was just like, should I apply? And you responded immediately.
I think the total value of those transactions, 270,000 completed, was 680 billion dirhams, which is a significant number up from last year, just achieving new records.
You're the only person that I would trust in Dubai.
But what you really want to look at is that sustainable? Are people moving here? They're living here. And what you've seen is an exodus of billionaires from around the world, so big capital, lots of high net worths moving to Dubai because of the favorable tax regime, the security and safety. Everything works here. It's just a phenomenal environment to be in.
Just an opportunity. Obviously, I've been in real estate for 15 years. I know the brokerage model in Dubai. I've got my key clients.
People saying, where should we safe haven our money? You're starting to get that type of money moving into Dubai, which means you have a sustainable market. And it looks like a really fantastic market to invest in. 150,000 new properties coming to the market. Is that predominantly 85% in the apartment market, 15% in the villa market.
You go away for 2 weeks and you come back and there's a whole new building up, or the roads have changed, and then you're going this way to work, and next day you're going on a whole different detour.
Almost no commercial development in the last couple of years, at least the last 5-6 years. You can imagine the supply for commercial is next to zero. We were looking for offices now, we're taking up some space in flexible workspace because we need to grow. There's nothing in terms of the office market, so prices are just ramping. No one knows how to actually even set their pricing levels. When we went down to Brookfield's office tower in DIFC, their rates were just jumping at sort of 30-40% a year, so setting new pioneering records over and over again. That's the reason why we decided to push auction into the market. Auction takes the cap off your pricing level. So from a seller or a landlord perspective, you don't have to try and anticipate or look at what was the last deal done to try and price your office or your villa or your apartment. What you do is you say, let's let the market determine what it is.
It's such a new concept in Dubai, and I just really am passionate about it. Dubai loves innovation, loves change.
And you can imagine a corporate looking for an office space. So you go down to JLT, you want to take a floor, and someone says, I'm an investor, I'm willing to pay X per square foot. And a corporate says, you know what, I'm willing to pay more because we need that space. We've got the floor above, we need the floor below, I'll pay whatever it is.
It's transparent in the room.
They will pay what they can to get that space.
The bidders can see who they're bidding against, the sellers can see what the market's prepared to pay, and I really like that.
From a purchaser perspective, you never really have to worry about overpaying because you're just paying one bid increment more than the next guy. But from a seller perspective, you're making sure that you get the last bid increment, not the first bid increment. And that's why we decided to get into the Dubai market.